A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a heartbreaking development, Hamas has announced that it will transfer the bodies of 4 hostages to Israel, marking a significant moment in the ongoing conflict that has gripped the region since October 7, 2023. Among the deceased are members of the Bibas family, a mother and her 2 young children, whose fate has haunted Israel since their abduction during a brutal attack by Hamas. The youngest child, Kfir, was just 9 months old at the time of the attack. The 4th body is reported to be that of Oded Lifshitz, an 84-year-old peace activist, who was also taken during the same assault. This transfer will be the first instance of Hamas returning deceased hostages since the ceasefire began last month, a move that has elicited a mix of grief and anger across Israel. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu expressed the nation's sorrow, stating, "The heart of the entire nation is torn. We are dealing with monsters." The announcement of the deaths of Shiri Bibas, age 33, and her sons, who would now be 5 and 2, has led to an outpouring of grief, with many in Israel mourning the loss of innocent lives caught in the crossfire of this ongoing conflict. The Israeli government has indicated that it will only confirm the identities of the deceased after conducting forensic examinations, leaving the Bibas family in a state of turmoil as they await definitive answers. In a statement, the family expressed their ongoing hope, stating, "Until we receive definitive confirmation, our journey is not over." The manner of the body's handover remains unclear, but the Red Cross has called for a dignified transfer, emphasizing that any degrading treatment during the release operations is unacceptable. This call comes in light of previous criticisms regarding the way Hamas has staged the release of hostages, including having them appear in front of crowds before being handed over to Red Cross representatives. The circumstances surrounding the deaths of Shiri, Kfir, and his brother Ariel remain uncertain. Hamas has claimed that the children were killed in an Israeli airstrike, a claim that has not been substantiated with evidence. Israeli officials, including former War Cabinet member Benny Gantz, have stated that there is no confirmation of such claims. The Bibas family was taken hostage from Kibbutz Nir Oz during a coordinated attack by Hamas gunmen, which resulted in the deaths of approximately 1,200 individuals, mostly civilians. In response, Israel launched a military campaign against Hamas, which has reportedly resulted in the deaths of over 48,000 Palestinians, predominantly civilians, according to the Hamas-run health ministry. Yarden Bibas, the father of the Bibas family, was released on February 1st as part of a prisoner exchange deal involving 183 Palestinian prisoners. Oded Lifshitz was also taken from Nir Oz during the attack and had been held by Hamas until now. The agreement to release the bodies of the deceased hostages was part of a ceasefire deal that came into effect on January 19, 2025. Israel has confirmed that a total of 8 bodies will be handed over. The terms of the ceasefire included the exchange of 33 hostages for approximately 1,900 Palestinian prisoners within the first 6 weeks. To date, 24 hostages and over 1,000 prisoners have been exchanged, but negotiations for the next phase of the deal, which would involve the release of remaining living hostages and a permanent end to hostilities, have yet to commence. As the country prepares for the return of the Bibas family's bodies, the emotional toll of this conflict continues to weigh heavily on both sides. Many are left wondering about the fate of the remaining hostages, with reports suggesting that around 70 individuals taken on October 7th, along with 3 others abducted over a decade ago, are still being held in Gaza. Approximately half of all hostages are believed to be alive, raising hopes for their eventual return, but the reality of the situation remains grim. This tragic turn of events serves as a stark reminder of the human cost of the ongoing conflict, with families torn apart and communities left to grapple with the aftermath of violence. As Israel braces for the return of the Bibas family's bodies, the nation stands united in mourning, reflecting on the innocents lost in this devastating conflict. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.